My name is Jeri Hetrick. I live in Kailua, Hawaii, and I love to be outdoors, to be active, in the water, hiking, anything that involves sweating and being outside is what I'm all about. I chose to come to SIEHT, and actually because I lived in Hawaii, I flew in for the surgery, stayed for the surgery, and chose to still fly back for my post-ops because it was no question for me where I was going to get LASIK done. I had heard about Dr. Falkenberg from previous people who got LASIK as well as other surgeries, or just used SIEHT as their location for regular eye exams. And not only was their referrals glowing, but it was the entire community here, everyone that touched a patient from start to finish. They had nothing but good things to say. So for me, the flight, the distance, the time was no question when it came to my eye care and the surgery. For someone who's thinking about getting LASIK, the first thing I would say is I looked at how much I was spending on contacts, glasses, and eye appointments. I was spending a ridiculous amount and I didn't even realize it. So for me, LASIK was an investment that I was willing to do because ultimately I was saving money. And so I also have talked to friends who were nervous about the surgery, who were nervous about the process for it. It was 5 minutes and I was in and out. And so I was thrilled that the downtime was so quick and the process was so easy. So the biggest thing for me was just getting used to wearing my glasses again after wearing contacts before the surgery. But then by the time you have the surgery, it's less than a month before you're back to your regular life. So I would say absolutely do it. There's no question. If I had to get it redone tomorrow, I would totally do it because now I could never go back. The biggest difference I think I found was, one, being able to see in the shower was the strangest thing for me, but also it was for the first time that I had gone swimming and surfing and I was able to drive myself home because I had gotten so accustomed to my contacts would fog up or they would fall out because I was on dailies and I would have to catch a ride with a friend that I was with, or I would have to get a ride share. And so for me to be able to wake up, not even think about it, go straight into the water, leave the water, go home, and have no steps in between was when I knew it was more than worth it for me. I would say overall I was definitely nervous and anxious about the surgery, just the idea of it. To be honest, I know nothing about my eyes. I have no education behind my sight or how they work, so it was just really foreign territory. But because of the way that they set up the appointments and the way that you're face to face with every person that's in the room with you, that is what made me super comfortable. As soon as I got into the room, there was someone who was literally designated to hold my hand, and that makes you feel like while there's a process going on and you can't see and you're not sure what's happening, you know that you're in the care of people who know your name, you know their name, you recognize them, they recognize you, and it made it so much more enjoyable of a process and also way less anxious.